Rules of engagement. The bat pattern was designed as a swing position trading strategy. It was originally discovered by Scott Carney. This pattern can be identified on virtually any time frame. The tactics for the bat pattern are very similar to other well-known advanced patterns like the Gartley or butterfly. With the bat pattern, we seek to identify 4 market moves and 3 major fib zones. The combination of these moves forms the points X, A, B, C and D that fulfill the pattern. Rules of engagement. The bat pattern begins with a market impulse leg that establishes our X and A points. Once the X and A points have been printed, we look for our criteria. Criteria 1. The market forms the B completion point by fulfilling at least a 50% retrace of the X to A leg. Note, the A to B move remains valid as long as there is at least a 50% retrace of X to A, and it does not close above the 50% retrace of X to A. Note, the B completion point candle wick can extend beyond the 50% retrace of X to A as long as the candle does not close beyond the 50% retrace. Criteria 2. If criteria 1 has been met, then look for criteria 2. The market forms the C completion point by fulfilling at least a 61.8% retrace of the A to B leg. Note, the C point remains valid as long as there is at least a 61.8% retrace of A to B and there is not a candle close beyond the 88.6% retrace of A to B. Note, in a valid B to C move, there must be a candle close beyond the 61.8% value. Failure to achieve a candle close beyond the 61.8% invalidates the move. This would be considered a fib failure which has no relevance to this pattern. Criteria 3. If criteria 1 and 2 have been met, then look for criteria 3. The market forms the D completion entry point by fulfilling a 161.8% extension of A to B. Note, in a valid C to D move, the 88.6 retrace of X to A D completion point shows ratio confluence with the 161.8% of A to B. The D completion point cannot extend past X. This invalidates the pattern. Trade management. Entry, stops, and targets. Simple rules. The entry limit order placed at D completion point 127.2% of A to B. Stop placement more or less 10 pips of X. You should adjust it to your own risk management strategy and always take a look at previous structure. Look left. Target 1. The 38.2% retrace of A to D leg. When attained, stop moves to break even. Target 2. The 61.8% retrace of A to D leg.